Welcome everybody to another episode of the Absolute DMV podcast. It's your man Ace Boogie, and I'm here with a few good guys. I'm here with my man Mark,
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
and I'm here with Ego on the boards.
I'm on the boards.
Gentlemen, how y'all doing? Happy fourth weekend. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Hey, we're good. We're good. Happy 4th.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there, enjoying the holiday weekend.
Yeah, he cracking.
cracking.
It's all good. It's all good. Nah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You brought your Zoe out.
I brought my cat Zoe out to see the fireworks last night.
He's the only
in the car. We stayed in the car.
Yeah, he's the only motherfucker that treats his cat like a human being.
Bruh, that's why when he said it, because I took Michaela and Malaya to the fireworks, and they both loved it, of course. Yeah. But they're humans. You know what I'm saying? They can actually clap and like say, "Yay!" Yeah, Mark took his cat
In the car. Zoe, he has footage of it. It's so funny, but I think it's my cats like hate that shit. Like they think it's gunshots, like it's a drive-by or whatever. Yeah, so
from what I understand, even though it's in the air, it still makes the ground tremble.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So when the cats feel that, they start bugging
That's
out.
the same thing with thunder. I don't know
Dogs, cats.
Yeah.
How does Zoe act around
So she
thunder?
does fine with thunder. She does fine because we've been out and hearing fireworks all week.
Yeah. Of course,
So I figured she was fine with the sound, but she never seen the actual fireworks before.
Oh.
So I drove up to Northwest High and parked.
Oh, they had it out there.
Yeah, they had one in Germantown. So I parked a ways away in the parking lot out there, just so where it could be in the car, not around all the people, and she could be, a little protected from the sound.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's too much, we just go home. It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So she did fine. She was interested in it. It's definitely a little scary. So we went home after a little bit, but then we went for a walk around, and she was real cool, hearing all the noises and everything.
Yeah,
we actually saw.
Once again, my man walks his cat.
Yeah, on a leash.
On a leash.
Yeah.
Not,
Man walks his
straight
cat.
up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, when he
we trying to get
showed
that.
me that, I was bugging.
I'm trying to do the same thing. My cat said, "Hell no!" Like my cats don't like.
You got to start them young, man.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
It's hard. It's hard. We were lucky to get her at 6 months, and I've had cats my whole life.
Yeah.
I've never had a cat that
That's
was
so-
as like personable and dog-like in many
Yeah.
ways as her.
shit,
I tried to do it with my previous cats. They were the same way.
Yeah.
No,
Hell to the no.
Don't you put that shit on me.
Yeah. Shit.
So earlier last week, I get a text from Ego,
Oh shit.
and I see this picture. He shows me a picture, and I'm thinking that, please, Ego, put the
I will
picture.
put it. I'll put it.
Put the
I'll put
picture
it- I'll
right
put it
here,
out.
please. Yeah. So I see this picture from Ego, and immediately I revert. Like I go back to my old self, because I'm thinking to myself like, oh wow, we're about to have to kill somebody.
Who did this?
Ego sent me a picture of him so
Beat up.
messed up
Big
that
ups.
I was just like, yo, what? Like who? One of two things actually. Who we gotta get, and how we gonna pod?
I'll go. Your reaction was, dude, this is not gonna look good on
Yeah,
the
it's not
pod.
gonna look good on camera. Cause my initial was I got to talk to you in person, and then we can plan out what we gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? When I just
I'll
call
put it
you,
out.
I'm
I'll put it. I'll put it
yeah,
out
we
on
got-
post.
you gotta
I'll
put
put
the
it.
picture up.
I think the only way
But
we could have done the pod.
But Ego, please tell us what that was all about.
So this a heads up. I was on a movie that's it's called Underground Kings, and my good friend Dave, he's the lead on this movie as a Russian fighter or whatever, a gangster or whatever, and he needed somebody the same size, if not an opposite, as a black guy or whatever. And since we already spar, so my background, I do have a martial arts background, MMA.
Hey, homie, why you had to pick it up on a black guy though?
I know.
I'm just
We said no. We did say
Just
that on
playing.
set. I was like, why we got? And so the scene is it's in the beginning of the movie. Like I said, Underground Kings, and I'm pretty much setting the president of this guy. So that being said, as much as I don't look like this, like stay pretty, but I had to take punches and kicks and get my ass whooped. And the makeup artist, I forgot her name, but she's amazing.
Yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to her.
She made me look like my ass.
Yo, shout out to
I want
her.
you. I'm gonna show I'll show the image. And it was literally like night and day. Like I came in with glasses. I left like my face was eye cut, blood dripping, my nose messed up, everything. And the actual scene if you wants to see the movie comes out, it's supposed to come out in movie theaters when it does, and also on the Amazon movie. Not Amazon. I'm sorry, YouTube.
Amazon Prime or
Amazon
coming
Prime.
on YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube. I think it's coming out. He said whatever he can get it out. And it's supposed to be. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be for good use. It's supposed to be against gun violence in DC.
Nice.
It's literally all the proceeds is going to a community center in DC. That's pretty much will be paying for. You know,
Well, that's
things like
awesome.
Yeah,
So-
throw hands, y'all. Stop shooting each other.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So, I got slammed around, and right now my back is still hurting, so I'm still recovering. But the way the scenes just looked very believable. I was getting kicked in the face, jumped, slapped, and all kinds of stuff. No homo. So I can't say no. Pause. Sorry. But
Oh my God.
I know. But
Here we go again.
Yeah, no, here we go. Yeah.
When you were
Anyways,
sparring, you guys were. It was like not like for the movies. Like you guys are actually like
Little
punches
fight.
were making
yeah,
contact
when we
and everything,
sparring,
like
we were-
actual martial
I was getting him
arts
ready.
sparring.
He's actually a pro MMA fighter.
Okay,
And
nice.
so I was getting him ready for his fight. So we literally like straight punches, kicks,
Damn.
everything. So then on the movie we had to do the same thing.
Sure.
Like he threw a flying knee, hit me in my face in the movie.
Damn.
He did all kinds of stuff, and it looked amazing. So hopefully when it comes out, I'll put it on the pod. We actually invited the director and also Dave to the pod, so we're gonna schedule that too as well, so they can explain a little bit more.
Yes,
on
please
the
come
Nice.
through. Please
Yeah,
come
so
through.
it's like I said, it's a great cause. And
Yeah, it
like
sounds
I
like
said,
fantastic.
yeah. So yeah, that's what my beginning of my week started out, and ever since then I've been in pain and walking really slow. And it showed, the face didn't show what my body feel like. So I felt like I was beat up as well. But other than that, I mean, it's what, New Year? I mean, I guess 4th of July. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look. It's the week after 4th of July. Well, not the week, but you know what I'm saying. We're right off. It's Monday.
this is Monday.
So 4th of July was last weekend, and I think we might have got our ass whooped last weekend, but we
Yeah.
don't know yet. We'll figure out how it goes.
Definitely.
The one beautiful bill passed, and we're gonna pass it to Mark because Mark is way more astute in this than Ego and I are.
Well, I mean, yeah. So it got passed, which I mean, again, they kind of held most of the hearings and stuff late at night.
Just in case, if you're under a rock, what is the beautiful bill?
So this-
one beautiful bill.
The
Yeah,
one
the
beautiful
the one big beautiful bill,
Yeah.
as Trump coined it, is his like big, basically tax reform, budget spending bill, which does a lot of things. A lot of things are very unpopular, even within the Republican Party as well. Definitely in the moderates and Democratic side, and it's essentially, if you look at the numbers, it's going to be giving massive tax breaks to the top 1% and billionaires. And then there's a lot of like what's going to pay for that is like potentially 16 million Americans are going to lose access to Medicaid and SNAP programs.
So we pay for them.
Exactly. So yeah,
always.
they're cutting a lot of funding from very important things. The electric EV incentives. So if you want to get solar panels, those incentives are gone. If you want to buy an electric car, the federal spending,
Oh, so
the credit for that, that's gone.
Is he targeting somebody in the electric
Yeah.
field?
It might be.
Well, that was
Is
the
he-
catalyst of their fallout.
Yeah.
When that big beautiful bill specifications were announced, that's what started the Twitter beef between these two men-childs. Is that it was so Musk was upset that he was going to lose money, even though he's a billionaire, he'd gain money on his taxes.
Wasn't Pride Week already, Pride Month done with?
Yeah,
Why are they still continuing this shit?
Hey man. Look,
like these damn man-childs.
look, man. I've looked into it just a tad bit because honestly, I was just trying to see how it affects me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say there's some good things in there because when you take away taxes on tips and overtime, you're basically telling me that you're incentivizing people to work overtime and to take jobs that have tips in them.
So wait, if they take it off at like overtime and like I guess in tips, I mean, who pays for that? I mean, isn't that bad for because technically everything?
No. It's good for it's supposedly good for
the consumer,
the employee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if I work overtime, now you can't tax me on my overtime.
You can pass them on. Right
So it
now,
incentivizes.
which is that's actually good.
But it incentivizes people to work overtime. But when you incentivize people to work overtime, you're incentivizing people to not be with their families.
That's true.
So,
and then on top of that, there's going to be plenty of companies who out there will find a loophole, being like, "Oh, well, the cap for overtime is now
exactly
50 hours a week and not 40." Or
Yeah,
we're gonna
Oh, so
extend
they
the
might
work
just-
week.
they might
you know?
they
adjust-
could
they might
they could
adjust the
potentially
labor laws.
they could potentially move it around.
So the
Yeah.
labor laws can be changed around too. Then
We'll see.
that's what I think.
We'll
We'll
have
see.
to see,
The only
'cause-
thing about labor laws is labor laws are statewide. So
Oh, that's also
we'll you
You
know
got
what
the
I'm saying?
federal and the state.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but most
kinda
labor
different.
laws are statewide.
So then the taxes will probably be statewide.
Yeah, so you'll probably still get taxed on your overtime or your
On
tips
state-wise, but
on a
not-
state level.
But you won't have to pay the IRS.
But you
don't
won't
have to
have
pay
you won't it
federal.
won't be coming out of your federal taxes.
I mean, that's
So to
actually
a
not
certain
bad. I
extent-
think that's not bad.
There are some positive
That's a
things.
positive. That's a good positive.
Yes. So I don't want to say that it's completely terrible, but like I said, when you incentivize people to spend more time away from their families, when
But that's
the
what
top
technically you do anyways. Right
when the
now,
top,
way
but I'm saying when the
economy
top
is right now.
1% now is getting tax breaks, so they potentially don't have to work as much. I mean, the top 1% don't really work.
So they're going
But-
for the people who are pretty much remote, who can sit at home, and top 40 to sitting there and is getting their check. Right, they try to aim for those people.
Yeah, and I mean, basically, also, it's like there's so many people, like the 16 million Americans who are on Medicaid and like SNAP
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. It's like a lot of them are kind of like in that middle low income, where it's
Yeah.
kind of like you're like one
No, if you're
health
getting
disaster away from
If you're getting
needing
SNAP,
Medicare.
you're low income.
Yeah,
I looked at something the other day where they were really breaking down middle, you know what I'm saying, middle class, low middle class, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people nowadays the majority of the country are middle class, lower middle class, or in poverty.
mm-hmm.
I believe the people who are upper middle class and, you know what I'm saying, the top 1% and all that other, I mean, top 1% will tell you who's in there. But I believe it's only like 17% of the country is in upper middle class and even in greater.
Yeah.
So it's a hard pill to swallow if you're not rich.
Basically, it's not going to
And-
benefit you in the long
Yeah,
run.
and truthfully, in my mind now, all it's doing is just motivating me to try to get my money up. I can't even lie to you. Like I'm trying to figure out every way now to get my money up, because if the longer I stay in these middle class, lower tax brackets, is the more that we
ones
stand a
getting
chance of getting banged out. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? So it's
no
just
lubrication.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? No Vaseline. So it's like
As Cube said it best.
it's like, yeah, so you dealing with that situation.
It's so interesting. You know how many bills has been, supposedly out and has it changed anything yet?
Well, this one just went into effect. The tough thing is that we really won't see this play out until like next tax year. So like until April,
That's
know.
what
And
I'm
then
saying.
the other thing too is like I think that they know it's going to be bad because the stats show that it's massively unpopular even among Republicans. So like that's why they held most of the hearings in the Senate and the House late at night if they could. They
What'd you
rushed
say?
it through.
What you say about the Alaska governor?
So yeah, the governor of Alaska, there were many holdouts and they were not going to vote for it. And eventually, all but I think 2 ended up folding and voted for it. And she was one of the ones who did. And apparently the condition that she did was that a lot of these stipulations and new implementations would not take effect to the residents of Alaska. So she saves face with her constituents, doesn't have to worry about the midterm election next year. But she basically sold out the other 49 states, with her vote.
Hey man, we gonna find out how it goes, man. Like I said this a couple months ago. I said, keep in mind all the things that are happening. Let me know what's benefiting you, or not even let me know. Think about what's benefiting you and how it's not benefiting you.
Mm-hmm.
So when the next election comes around, you can figure out which way you really need to go. Because right now, we're not going to know how it's going to go for the next, 3 years, 2 years?
Yeah, he has 3 more terms. Yeah, 3 more years, right?
Yeah, so we're going to find out. We're going to find out really how it's going to affect us.
This is a
and-
very, very shaky. Kind of like, we don't know. I mean, we
don't
kind of
know.
know. I mean, he did tell us what he was going to do, but we don't know the outcome.
The
'cause
scale
like you
of
said,
it.
the scale
And then you
of
got the tariffs that are potentially about to kick
about
in
to
on the
kick in.
9th.
Yeah.
He hasn't even, he's only negotiated new tariffs because he dropped everything down to 10%, except for China. He's only negotiated new tariff rates with only 2 countries. So basically what he said now is he's just going to assign a rate to the country and let them know on the 9th. So we don't know, the public doesn't know, businesses don't know how can you, ship products across the world for the American market if you don't know what the tariff is going to be?
You don't care.
It's going to be very expensive.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, once again, I don't recommend taking financial information or financial, like from us, financial advice from us.
Kinda.
But I would definitely start playing the stock market, y'all. Figuring out where these guys are putting their money and follow.
Follow the rich people.
Yeah, follow the rich people because they know what's happening. We don't. And
they ain't the one complaining.
Yeah, and we gotta and we have to do everything we can to get our money up because that's gonna be the only way to keep us safe.
I tried.
That's gonna be the only way to keep us safe.
But my coins ain't doing shit.
Because you jumped.
Did you buy the Trump coins?
No, hell no.
You jumped on Doge, so you might as well. You might as well bought a what's it called, a Trump coin.
I should have got a Tesla. I should have as well. I think that's I guess the bill is affecting a lot of the electric companies or electric cars.
Oh, for sure.
Like that. Especially talking about solar panels for housing, which is the best way to save money. Like actually, I was somebody actually offered me a position for a solar company.
Oh, for real? Wow.
And they told me like literally you can make within 2 sales you can make $100,000 within 2 months.
I mean, you put solar panels on a house like where we at. You put a solar panel on a house in Potomac. Woo!
No, but the thing about it is trying to sell that. It's selling that like you have to go out and tell them like this will save you money. And sometimes people are so old school. They're like, nah, we're good.
It's hard. It's hard to tell a rich person how to save their mone. You know what I'm saying? Like
like I'm already saving money, or I
don't need to save money, bro. I'm making enough.
I'm making
of
a lot, and that's what I think. And when he told me like, oh, you be in charge of the DC area, and I was like, I can make a lot of money by myself out here. Then I started thinking about, I'm too old for this. Like to go knocking on the door and then say, hey, you have a beautiful house here. Do you? And it's like,
hey, but maybe you can get overtime.
There you go.
Oh, man.
The crazy thing is I know a buddy of mine, he works for a solar panel company. And ironically, the management and most of the employees, they're all, not him, but they're all Trump folk. And they've all voted for Trump.
A lot of money.
They all voted for him. And then when the big, beautiful bill specifications, specifically this were announced, they went down to D.C. and protested the guy that they just voted for, like not 6 months ago. Bro. And now this bill went out, and now their business is real shaky now. Yeah. And they already,
The issue is a lot of people voted with their hearts. Let's put it that way. A lot of people voted with their hearts.
Emotions,
their emotions.
Yeah,
they didn't vote with their minds. They didn't. This is where my problem comes with all politics. All politicians, all everything, all elections. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like they really tell us what they want to do.
No.
It's always vague. It's always, hey, we want to lower taxes. Hey, we want to do this, and it all sounds good, but they're never going to tell us how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Where the money's going to come from, what we're going to cut, what we're going to do to get this done. So,
I mean, in a way, that's the blessing about Trump is this dude has been very upfront about saying
exactly what
the things that are horrible that he would do, and then people still vote for him, and then it happens. But they're also thinking like, this is going to happen to me? I thought you were talking about my Mexican neighbors. You're deporting my wife? Because you're taxing me now?
Because like I said, it's an emotional vote.
Yeah.
So when you hear, hey, we're going to protect the border, and like I said, when you're in Iowa, what are you worried about the border for?
Definitely.
Like, I don't understand that. I mean, the only thing I can think of is, like, because a lot of farmers are going through it.
Definitely. That's where the prices
and you know what I'm saying? A lot of farmers are going through it because they can't get the labor that they need to pick the crops that they need. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So it's like you voted for something that is going to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
But like I said, keep in mind how this is affecting you. So when the next election comes out, you can actually vote accordingly.
They're not, because they're all about that like
identity politics.
Yeah, like glamour and glitz. Like the way he says things that's flashy. They're voting for flashy. They're voting for the way they don't see the actual back picture.
But I think that what you're saying is totally right. Is to look at the issues itself and break that down from the identity politics. I think so many people will vote for Trump against their own interests because they think, because he's white and I'm white, or he looks like me, or this and that, or he says this and I agree with that. that everything he's got my back, and now they're feeling the brunt of it.
No, I mean, I've seen stories of a lot of people who have said things like, I voted for Trump and now he's deporting my father. How did you not know your father was illegal?
Exactly.
And the dude was talking about deporting people all his campaign.
Like,
how did you not think it was going to happen?
How did you not? How did you figure it was just going to avoid you?
They feel like once they vote, they're safe. Like kind of like I'm in my safe. I'm safe. He's not gonna look over him because they can look in the records. I voted for you. Like
no,
it's not like
he ain't got time for that. He's too lazy. They ain't going.
No, it's you.
They don't care.
When you look at the numbers of all the people that voted.
I know.
Look at the numbers. How are you gonna tell me I'm gonna figure out all 75 million, 85 million people who voted for me?
Yeah.
Especially when they put like 22-year-olds in charge of the deportation stuff at Doge. Like, you think they're going to have the expertise to do a massive undertaking of analytics like that? No.
Like, yo, my parents.
They put tariffs on the island with penguins. They are not paying attention to no details.
Not at all. Not at
like
all.
that. What was that? The Simpsons?
But
basically, yeah, Nelson.
Nelson.
But I'm going to tell you. In other controversial news, though, let's move on, fellas.
Oh, let's talk.
In other controversial news.
Here we go.
Is it controversial?
It's controversial. You know what? I'm going to say it like this. Let me get this out right now. It's controversial because even for me, I'm torn. Bro, when you hear all the things that they said Diddy did.
Yo, it's
when you
crazy.
hear all the things that they said Diddy did.
Yep.
And you find out, because my big quote that I like to say for black people is, we're not allowed to be supervillains. To find out that Diddy was a supervillain for all these years, like, is wild to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
you kind of happy?
I'm happy, bro. We did not lose another black billionaire. We did not. I mean, we did, because he's never going to be able to get back to that level. His reputation
he's still facing potential jail time. Too.
No, he's facing.
Oh no!
I mean, we're waiting on the sentencing now.
Do you know how much jail time he's going to get?
No,
they said around 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
He went from life,
potentially life. If he would have got that RICO, he'd have got potential life.
And he's going from 10 or for 20 to now maybe facing only jail time. So 3 years.
So if y'all don't know,
that's wild.
If y'all don't know, the P. Diddy trial concluded.
Yeah.
And the 5 counts or 5 charges that he was up for,
RICO,
he was only found guilty of 2 of them.
I'm amazed that he beat the racketeering, because that right there seemed pretty clear cut. He had this whole empire with all of his businesses, and he's using that, to pressure and blackball folks. Like, that's racketeering,
See, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But at the same time, if I'm a businessman and I make my money from this business, how are you going to separate my money and how I use it?
Yeah. It wasn't a cartel. It's like, it's not cartel member.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so it's like
he's technically saying that, yes, I might push weight because the power I am in this industry did that. So I think that's what they were saying. Like, dude, any business person at this high level,
like, I don't think he was sending out bad boy music checks to
cover
sex workers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was doing that.
I think he was like
if that would have been happening,
but did he blow up Kid Cudi's car though?
He absolutely
because that right there is definitely another form of intimidation. If he hired someone to do that, that's another, like, you can blackball someone, you can send out a threat.
That's just a criminal charge.
But that's also the same thing that, like, racketeering is like the mobsters in, like, the Prohibition era or whatever. They go to business owners and they say, you're going to hire us for protection, or else we're going to break the shit out of your window.
But apparently this is not
baby mama shit.
Like, real quick.
You can get a lot of baby mamas.
real quick. This is where it's funny to me, because allegedly, I don't know, allegedly or whatever, from what Kid Cudi testified.
Yeah.
When his car blew up, Diddy was outside.
Like, on the property?
Like, not on the property, but like say your property is, you know what I'm saying, here, but I'm in the street. So
he's just like standing like Michael Myers in the middle of the road, like a villain, just like looking at the flames.
Basically, like to a certain extent,
don't fuck with Cat.
You can't get me because I'm on public road. Like, I'm on public property, so you can't get me.
So that right there is also very incriminating. They're like, how did you know an explosion would take place? How did you know to be there? How did you know to look this way?
But that's the thing. Now, you can't say anything because I could be in the area. I could have just been walking by. Anybody could have been walking by. So it's
Did they have Ring cameras back then?
nah, I don't think so.
No,
think so.
That would have been
Because
it
that's
right
the thing.
there.
There's no proof that he did it, but
The
Cassie
circumstances
said he
are-
did it.
yeah.
Kid Cudi said he did it.
Why
then
was
the
he
worst
in the
part
road
about it
looking
is-
at it? You know,
But the funniest part about it is Kid Cudi said Diddy wouldn't have been able to do it if Cassie didn't give him the address. So
It would
For
put,
me-
it would have put Cassie in there too.
So for me, I'm big on accountability, and a lot of people like to call that victim blaming, because we have a similar situation going on with I don't even want to say it because it's technically another black billionaire, but Tyler Perry's in the news for some other things
Yeah.
oh wow,
that he was doing
I
with
didn't hear about this.
men apparently.
Oh,
So he was allegedly texting this man and quid pro quo, you know what I'm saying, trying to get him to do things for this, for that.
Oh wow.
And the messed up part, I shouldn't even say the messed up part, because once again, accountability, everybody's saying, hey dude, if you didn't want all this to happen, you had plenty of opportunities to stop it. Nobody, and if that was a woman, that would be victim blaming. But since it's a man, it happened to a man, it seems to be accountability.
But the question then, I guess, is like, was there some type of quid pro quo? Like, was this like kind of like a Harvey Weinstein situation where
Yes,
it's like the
it
guy
was
was working for him and his career was based?
Allegedly.
So if he were to say no, he
allegedly
could,
Tyler
yeah.
Perry was offering roles and shows to this gentleman,
So he's
hoping
leveraging,
to get something else out of it. Allegedly, I don't know. We will find out. But
We'll see when it
like I
comes to
said,
court.
back to it. All this going on, I feel like everybody to a certain extent played a part in it, and I think that's why those 3 charges didn't happen. I believe
Nothing stuck.
the three of the charges, the 3 biggest charges, the RICO and the forceful, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff.
Trafficking.
Yeah, when you have text messages of somebody saying, "I'm always down to freak off,"
Yeah. See, that's
you
not,
can't
You can't.
you can't tell me that I forced them to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
that's-
Everybody. It was a lot of people.
You know what I'm
down with the
saying?
freak offs.
But I did pay you to come across lines, or I did pay you to participate in.
And there were times where he was even hiring people like drivers to bring them there.
Yeah, so
that again.
So
is
yeah,
like
so
the
he
state
did
lines
ended up
and
getting
everything.
caught for the trafficking and everything like that, or not trafficking. It was for basically he got caught for
That was trafficking.
soliciting prostitutes,
Okay.
sex workers. Sorry, but yeah, so when you have, that's what he got found guilty for, and the other 3 he was found not guilty on, not innocent, but not guilty.
But he's not going for life. That's all I say.
So at this point, Diddy could be,
Out in 3 years.
he could get time served.
I just know R.
No,
Kelly
that's
is
time
sitting
service.
in jail.
They weren't saying time service is going to be 3 years.
Everybody say, no, he could get time served, so he could not see any. And because you got to think about it like this, soliciting sex workers is a far lesser charge.
Yeah.
So he might get rehab, or he might get, you know what I'm saying, some other
But
things.
I think they're still
wild.
trying to keep him in jail at least up to 3 years.
I
That's
don't
what
think
they
he'll
still
be
fight.
able to anymore.
Well,
But we'll see.
We'll see
see.
because
We'll
they still have
see.
the
It's happening.
sentencing and everything.
Yeah.
I think it was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think it was funny that after they read the verdict, that people were outside the courtroom throwing baby oil on each other.
That's funny. Like
That's wild.
like Jergens and Jergens went up.
Bruh, Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
I said Jergens and Jergens. Lotion.
You're on the same page. I get what you're
It's
saying.
still lubricant.
All different type of lubricant.
Lubricant. They were out there. It was
know,
that's crazy. It's kind of like the Boondocks phase.
Can I tell you who was guaranteed not happy about this?
Please.
R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
This
Oh.
dude sitting in jail being like, Diddy got off, but not me.
He's not rich.
Yeah. R.
He
Kelly,
doesn't have the money.
R. Kelly's like, I ain't blow up no car.
Yeah.
I ain't blowing no car. Yeah.
The crazy
Yeah, I
thing too
peed on
is they
some
both
girl.
had documentaries about them too. You know, and the R. Kelly documentary came out before he was arrested. I think that there was an investigation. It didn't pan out, and then the documentary came out, and that restarted interest.
I think it was too late at that point.
Yeah.
He
I think
didn't
it was
have
too
enough
late at that
money.
point.
He didn't have enough money.
I think truthfully, the difference between Diddy and R. Kelly, two things. Like you said, Diddy's a billionaire, so he had a little bit more money than R. Kelly. And two, I think R. Kelly was just mad cocky about his.
Yeah, he thought he was talking about.
Bruh, when I saw that video when my man was like in the Philippines and Indonesia singing on stage talking about do you have your passport?
That's wild. That's wild. But yeah,
do you
man.
have your passport? Do you have your shots? Do you want to come to America with Rob? I was like, yo, my man is sick, yo.
That's wild.
He's a sick individual and he needs help.
He was R&B's king.
But
you know what I mean?
when the Cassie civil lawsuit came out, I think Diddy started putting his ducks in a row right then and there.
He went overseas to start setting up stuff.
I mean, he grabbed, what's my man name? I don't my man. I don't want to say my man.
my man.
I don't know. I forget the lawyer's name, but I think his name is Brian Steele.
Yeah, I think so.
Brian Steele is the same lawyer that Young Thug had during his RICO case.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was able to successfully get Young Thug off from his RICO case. So Brian Steele has now, within a year, gotten 2 hip hop artists, 2 black men off of a RICO case, and I don't see. This is why I say I'm torn, because I don't know if I should say shout out to him because all the things that Diddy allegedly did is horrible.
Yeah, no, I mean,
at the end, he did all these things, I do feel like he should be locked up.
We know that he did some of them because, like, the civil case, we have the video footage of that.
Yeah,
like
him beating Cassie was crazy.
The other stuff with the text message and things that people are allegedly saying, and obviously where there's smoke, there's fire, I think. So if enough people are saying something happened, I feel like there is at least some truth to that. Yeah. If not, it is totally true, and it's just a matter of what can you, like, viably prove to a jury. But, like, that we saw a video of. There's no denying that. And that, like, was timestamped, like, before AI videos. So, like, there's no way that could have been manufactured. So, like, he definitely has a huge dark spot in him if you're able to beat a woman like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially now that we hear the backstory that apparently she was trying to leave a freak off, apparently. And then that's the other thing, too, is it's like it adds context. So it's what you can prove. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bad charges out there for him, for sure.
I mean, but look, like I said, I'm torn because if we have a supervillain like that, that supervillain does need to be locked up. But at the same time, if he wasn't that much of a supervillain because it went to trial, it went to everything, and a jury of his peers and everybody decided that I won't say he didn't do, but he wasn't guilty of all the things that he was being charged of, then I am happy to know that one of our most influential, like, come on, dog, Diddy is motivating. Like, he's mad motivating. And to hear and to know that we still got him, I can't lie, I am a little bit, I'm a little bit happy for that, but
I'm a little torn.
Kill me if you want in the comments, please.
Because, like, what we talked about, I think, like two or three pods ago was like, could you listen to Diddy? Assuming that he did everything he's accused of, could you still listen to his music and support it?
Yes.
My thing was, yes, if they do what R. Kelly did and it goes to, like, the victims or doesn't benefit him. Now I'm like, oof. I still want to listen to Biggie, but I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a hard shoot.
It's so see, this is where my jokes come in. I've thought of like 3 Diddy songs that is gonna be played when he gets released from whenever.
I know they're already playing that. Can't hold me down.
Yeah, can't hold me down. I'm coming home. Yeah. The Diddy Dirty Money's whatever.
Yeah,
and Bad Boy for Life. Like, I just know those 3 songs are gonna be played when he comes home. But I do want to give a special RIP. Okay, special is crazy. Yeah. But a RIP to Michael Madsen.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, he played.
If you don't know Michael Madsen, you were born after 2000.
Pretty much.
But yeah, Michael Madsen is
Kill Bill.
Very big actor or a very influential actor.
He's in a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies.
Movies. Like
Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill.
Probably a couple others.
Hateful Eight.
So he's done a couple others, and and we heard that he just passed away.
Yeah, he just passed away.
So definitely want to give a RIP to that gentleman because He has
did.
given us a lot of
Classic.
classic. He's been in a lot of classic movies and
Definitely in our generation.
classic movie scenes. So
Yeah.
shout out to him.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Shout out to his family. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Gentlemen, y'all got anything else?
No, not really, man.
We good.
This is a good
Hanging
this is a
in
good
there.
thing. All right.
We good. And just so y'all know, we did not plan to do the red and black hat thing today.
You're right. I didn't even register or clock that.
Everybody has a black and red hat on. We did not plan to do that.
We just were at the same time.
Great minds think alike.
Definitely.
Obviously, the three of us are gelling, and we are.
Oh yeah,
we are back to our. We're back to our cohesion, so it's good. It's good to know.
Definitely, yeah. Again, thank y'all guys for following us. Thank y'all guys for.
Hold on. What? Hold on. First of all, of course, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
We are getting closer to our 100 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
We want to thank everybody who's rocked with us from day one,
organically,
and from whenever you rocked with us.
The beginning.
We appreciate y'all.
We got some things for you.
Over the next, I don't know, couple weeks or whatever, we're trying to build a platform. We're trying to get things moving in the right direction. And we want to get, a subscriber goal. We're working on getting our way up to, like I said, we're almost at 100. So we want to go ahead and double plus that number. We're working on 250. So everybody, we are going to be giving away 3 Absolute DMV shirts in your choice of black or gray. To when we hit 250 subscribers, we're going to be giving away 3 shirts to our loyal subscribers.
Definitely.
So just as an appreciation, we're going to be giving away more stuff. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff in that aspect moving forward because we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
We appreciate y'all. So like I said, like, comment, please subscribe. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. If you're mad at me for being happy that Diddy's out of jail, or not out of jail, but going to jail for the rest of his life. If you got something to say about our opinion on the Triple B, let us know.
The Happy Bill.
Let us know what you thought Michael Madsen's best role was too.
You
know? He's been in a lot of things.
Yeah, he's dope. Like I said, it's gonna be a loss. I mean, he hasn't done anything lately, but
I think the last movie was Hateful Eight.
It was a Hateful
back
Eight?
in like 2010 or something. So
Samuel L. Jackson on there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, y'all appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolute DMV. We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.